For my final lesson plan, I have 4 state standards that correlate with the lesson plan. And the first one is for GM 1-2, and it's describe, classify, and sketch quadrilaterals, including squares, rectangles, trapezoids, rhombuses, parallelograms, and kites. And the students have to recognize quadrilaterals in various contexts, and this is a 4th grade standard. I also have a technology standard where it states that students leverage technology to take an active role in choosing, achieving, and demonstrating competency in their learning goals, informed by the learning sciences. And I have another technology standard that says educators facilitate learning with technology to support student achievement. And then I have another 4th grade technology for reading. That's 4-1-R1. And it states that students will actively listen and speak clearly using appropriate discussion rules. So for the noun phrase, I put that students need to know quadrilaterals. And for my verbs and blooms level, I have illustrate and analyze, explain, and it goes into the knowledge blooms level, classify that goes into the understand blooms level. And then for my learning objectives, I have students will recognize quadrilaterals and students will classify quadrilaterals. For my formative assessment, students will participate in a Kahoot game on quadrilaterals, and each student will be graded based on their participation and knowledge of quadrilaterals on Kahoot. For my summative assessment, the students will create quadrilateral robots using construction paper, and then the students will present their robots describing what quadrilaterals they used. I have a rubric that states that the students' robots need to be creative. And so for this, the robot needs lots of different colors and quadrilateral shapes, and various parts of the robots need to be presented. And for knowledge, the students need to know the topic well and can classify, describe, and create the quadrilaterals without help or with little help. And the presentation, the students should speak loud and clear and explain the project well. For the hook, the students will watch a video about shapes and how they're displayed throughout the world. And in the video, it kind of just shows like different kinds of quadrilaterals that are used like in building structures and things like that. And it's a really fun video for them to watch. For the exploration, the students will participate in a shape hunt in the classroom where they will find different types of shapes. So they'll kind of just go and they'll have a list and they'll go throughout the classroom and try to find the quadrilaterals that are used within the classroom. And then for the I do, I will describe what a quadrilateral is, and that it is a flat shape that's 4 sides. I will show them examples of quadrilaterals. The teacher, I will then show the students different types. I think I already said that, and I'll just cut it out. And then I will present them with an anchor chart that I have made that describes quadrilaterals in different kinds. And then for the we do, the class will read If You Were a Quadrilateral by Molly Bleasdale. And the book is about how we as humans would look if we were quadrilaterals. And it's a really fun book. And then the class will play quadrilateral bingo. And I'll call out quadrilaterals, and the students will place a bingo chip on the quadrilaterals that are on their sheet. And then I think it'd be fun if the winner of each round gets to be a classroom helper for a specific day of the week. And we'll do a couple rounds. So then for the you do, the students will participate in a Kahoot game on quadrilaterals, which this is a formative assessment. And in this question game on Kahoot, the students will answer the questions to the best of their ability. At the end, the teacher can see the students' scores and grade them best on their test percentage. So for the lesson closure, To tie everything together, the students will create the quadrilateral robots, and this is the summative assessment. They'll use construction paper, and they will present these robots describing which quadrilaterals they used. And I will grade them based on their presentation and by listening to their presentations. And I'll fill out the rubric that was given, and if they hit the highest scores, then they'll score higher than if they didn't. Resources and materials that are needed is Kahoot, so they'll need something to get on for Kahoot, as in an iPad or a computer, and the link, so I'll present them with the code, with the Kahoot code, and the YouTube video, which I will play on a smartboard. I'll need the anchor chart, obviously, which will already be made. I will need bingo cards and chips. The students need scissors and construction paper to create their quadrilateral robots. So the technology that's using is the Kahoot game and the YouTube video. And again, they will need something to do the Kahoot game on, as in a computer or an iPad, and the smartboard for the YouTube video. So for an accommodation that I would do for an ELL student, I would provide names of shapes in their native language as well as English, and I would try to provide pictures for them so they can correlate. And for a dyslexic student, I would read instructions and names of shapes aloud. Modifications for an ELL student, I would allow them to present their robots to an ELL coordinator. And that's it.